Well, hey crafty friends, it's Heidi Scott with DIY Dreaming, and I am so excited about this month, February 2026, Magnolia Craft Club project. And I'm going to tell you why. We're going to do a project. I'm going to put my own little spin on it, and then we're going to talk about what I'm going to do next. So, what is Craft Club? It's a monthly subscription where you get everything you need for a whole entire project, and it's different every month. Different kind of surface that's provided, different kind of medium, whether it's chalk paste, permanent ink, scorch paste, whatnot. And a beautiful reusable stencil plus a new squeegee and instructions, and there's almost always leftover medium, so you can do more than one project. And so this is what came in. Oh, and it's a monthly subscription. It's $24.95, I believe, plus tax and shipping, and it's just a great deal. And as I'm looking back at the stencils that I received over the last year in my craft club, I keep coming back to those and using them for future projects. So if you don't have any yet, it's a great way to get started and to learn. Okay, so this month we are making a tote bag, and this is the stencil. It's called Artful Mandala, and the reason why I'm so excited about this is because Magnolia did have a mandala lace stencil several years ago, and I used it a ton. And then to make room for new designs, they discontinued it, and I was so sad because it's a great all-purpose, different kind of a design. So this is the new one, and you can use it on wood projects, on chalkboards, on pillows, on tote bags, and I'm going to make myself a new denim jacket. I just purchased this one. It's oversized and it's light blue, which I guess those two factors are what make it in style this year. Not that I would know any of that, but I bought it for $24.95 at Walmart, and I'm going to use my Artful Mandala on the back of this. I think I'm going to use blue ink, and I may use some white too. I had several people give me great suggestions about what to do. So there's lots that can be done with this. So in this month's package, I got the tote bag, I got the stencil, I got 2 colors of ink, sapphire blue and berry blue, a new squeegee, which is fun. There are instructions, which I'll hang on to these, and Magnolia has also a video that they put out. So the first thing I did was I ironed my tote bag, and this is the most important thing that you can do for this project, is to iron it thoroughly. Even iron the handles, because it's going to come folded up in this little plastic container that's about this big, and it's going to have creases and it's going to look terrible. But these bags are so nice. Oh my goodness. This is the one I take to my Bible study. I made this at least 4 years ago. It's soft as butter. And I stenciled it. I did an ombre technique, which we could do with these 2 pouches. We could do berry blue and sapphire blue and ombre on it, and I may come back and do another project with this stencil and then do the stencil in white, kind of like this idea. But anyways, this just shows you these bags hold up so well. This ink is washable, it's permanent, it's not gonna feel crunchy or chip off. It's great. And here's another tote bag that I made. I can't remember what this color was called. Anyways, this has a French Parisian paper, I believe is what this design is called, in white, and I did an ombre technique. So I just wanted to pull those 2 bags out to show you how nice these are. But when you first take them out of the little plastic they come in, they don't look good. So you gotta iron them. And you're gonna iron them again when you're heat setting it. So after I'm finished with everything with this project, I will get my iron out and a piece of parchment paper, and I'll iron it on cotton, no steam, for 3 or 4 minutes, and then I'll flip it inside out and I'll iron it some more. And then I could wash and dry it. I can wear it out in a blizzard or a rainstorm. Nothing's gonna come off. It's not gonna get crunchy or crackly. It's just gonna be super nice. Okay, so I poked a couple pieces of paper towel, can you see that, inside of my tote bag to get ready. But what I want to do is I want to figure out where is the center, because I want to put the center in that spot. Now, on the video that Magnolia did, they put half of one here and half of one here, and that was super cute. I'm just going to do the whole thing here, and I am going to do sort of a ombre technique with it. But to find my middle, I'm going to put a little crease in my bag. It's okay. So I'm folding it in half that way. Okay, and then I'm going to fold it in half this way. And this crease will come out when I heat set it. So this is Craft Club. See, you can see perfectly where it is. This is Craft Club for February 2025. If you're watching this video sometime down the road and you weren't a member of Craft Club, this design will be available to purchase separately, and the tote bags are too. If you want to make one for yourself and then make 5 more using this design, you can purchase some more ink. It comes in these 2 colors that come in the pouch. And you can buy the stencil and more bags. So, okay, I'm not going to fuzz this on my tacky towel because that's not necessary, because this is fabric. I'm just looking to see. Where is my fold? Yeah, it's about right there. And I think I mostly have it straight. Good enough. This is a design that probably doesn't, it's not going to be terrible if it's slightly wonky. Okay, so I'm just pressing it down really good. And then I'm going to get the paper plate. And again, you can use a piece of cardboard, a couple pieces of paper towel. You could use the inking mat that Magnolia has to keep, you don't want your ink to go from this side through to the back because it'll just look sloppy. Okay, so I'm going to knead up my little bag. This one is called Sapphire Blue. And then I'm going to open it and I'm going to squeeze a little bit onto this paper plate. Whatever is left, I will put in my little pot at the end. So let's do the same thing with berry blue. This berry blue is the one that I used for my tote bag that is my Bible study bag. It's a great color. That sapphire blue is pretty too. So Craft Club is it's a subscription that comes every month. You get everything you need for a whole craft in it. It's $24.95 plus tax and shipping. It's a really good value, and it's a great way to learn how to stencil if you haven't used these before, and to start building a collection. And these stencils will be reusable for 20, 30, or even more times if you just clean them promptly and let them air dry, and then I'll set it here, and then set them to dry, and then put them back on this backing sheet. Okay, I need one more squeegee. And I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I do the dark in the center and the lighter out? I think so. So I'm gonna just put some of this ink on. Then I'll work outward. Just want it to essentially go to the same spot. And then I'm going to go around from the outside with my other color. And what is the trick for successful inking? It's the same trick for any kind of using these kind of mesh adhesive stencils. It's to get your medium on and then to force yourself to stop. And don't keep going over the same spot, because when you do that, you're likely to push too much through the holes in the stencil or go outside of your boundary. I'm going to need more. Let's see. More of this one. So get it on, make sure you've covered everything, and then force yourself to stop. Just bringing this in. And then we'll bring the center blue out. And I've got a little bit of excess here so that I can kind of smudge the colors together. Okay. I'm just putting that there. Okay, and then I'm going to use my favorite tool, which is this. And I'm going to put my glasses on. And I'm basically just going to pull those two colors back and forth into each other just to get them mixed up. And then I'll use my squeegee to apply it. Oops, I started with a new tool, another finger. Okay, let me grab my squeegee, look at my fingers. Oh my word, I've got it everywhere. Everywhere. Grab some paper towels. Make sure I don't get this on my clean bag or anything else. Okay, and let's just start pulling that out. And then it's a surprise. Who knows what it's going to look like? I think it'll be pretty, but it will be a surprise. Okay, so now I'm looking at it and I'm looking to see where could it be that I missed something. I don't really see any areas like that. Did I go out to all my points all the way? I think I did. And let's have a little peek. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. And it's totally unique. Each bag, each person's will be totally unique. Wow. That is gorgeous. Okay, let me throw my stencil in my little tub of water and get it submerged. Because I have big, big plans for this stencil, so I want to get it cleaned well. And I'll show you what I've got going on here. I'm going to let this fully dry, and then I may go ahead and do the other side. Look how pretty that is. And to me, these colors are bright and happy. They could say summer. They could say winter. This could resemble almost a snowflake. It could also resemble the sun. So lots to do. What do you guys think? I will get close-ups. I know it's hard to see from here how it's darker in the center and getting lighter outside, but it is, and it's fabulous. This is a beautiful design. There's some areas where it's not as dark as others, and that is just what you have when you have something homemade, which I think makes it all the more special. If it was made by a machine, it would be all completely uniform and perfect. So, do a this or a this. If you're not a member of my craft club yet, you should definitely join this month. If you join during the month of February, like starting today, through the very end of the month, you'll get this as your first project. I have no idea what will be the next project because it's a surprise every month. I just know it'll be something totally different from this. And in the meantime, I am sure I will use this design a lot. So be watching for me to use this. It's called an Artful Mandala. And so comment club, as in craft club, if you want to look. And I'll message you a link to my craft club information so you can see exactly all the details, how it works, what the previous craft clubs have been. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. If you liked this idea, feel free to sprinkle and come back later to see what I do with my jean jacket. All right, have a blessed and wonderful